Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Talk CFL podcast, episode number 635. I'm your host, Christopher Jones. How are you doing? It's almost February. We're about 2.5 weeks from free agency. We're getting some big signings. We're getting a lot of high-end players being released, and rosters are getting a little iffy here, there, and everywhere. We're going to talk about a bunch of things tonight. It's a football season in Canada, and yay. Something about there's an American game or something coming up too, I heard. I don't know. It's just a rumor. What's going to happen? Well, let's introduce the panel and see what happens. Right to my left. No, that's left over there. And it's not the same for everybody. Is Charles Cliff. How you doing, Charles?
I'm good. Funny to me, for me, your left is Mike. So, but I guess it's different. Like you said, it's different for everybody. But whichever, I'm doing well.
Stand on your head, Charles, and look to the right, and you'll get it.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna. If I tried to stand on my head, I would probably hurt myself.
I'm in the upper left-hand corner, and I know that I'm not there for any one of you other guys, and that's kind of weird. I don't know why they just move them all around. Kind of weird.
Yep.
You would think that the person who starts the team's call would get, some type of
Could be in the middle.
Positioning. somewhere other than all over the place. But
Yeah.
it's not true. And teams I don't mind it. We're doing some good podcasts with this. I'm pretty happy about it. So Charles, anything new and interesting and wonderful in your life?
No, kind of same old right now, but I just enjoying being on the West Coast and not in the East where they got like 50 centimeters of snow last weekend. And here it was sunny and 14 degrees. So that's much preferable to the snow that they got back east.
Yeah. Next week, it's supposed to be sunny and 18 degrees in the Fraser Valley.
Yes, it is. Sunny and 18. It's going to be almost like summer here. Summer in February. I'll take it.
Springtime, cherry blossoms are coming.
I'm supposed to go golfing a week from Sunday, so I'm hoping that the nice weather stays.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Coming from Portland, Oregon, Michael
Hello.
Dennis. How are you doing?
I am doing good. It's been a good week. Like you, it's been sunny all week. The weather's been extremely nice and mild. No rain, so I'm very happy.
Yeah, good. Excellent. Scott Morledge, Regina, Saskatchewan, in the snow.
Good evening.
Who do you work?
Well,
Who do you
we're out
work
of the
with?
deep. Who do I work with?
Yeah,
I work for a retirement home,
that's not what I asked.
Queen Victoria Estates.
What
It's,
does your T-shirt say? Because I can't see the
Oh,
bottom of it.
I work with a bunch of tools.
Okay.
We're out of the deep freeze, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
And then other than that, paying attention to, like you said, all the releases and the signings and everything happening in the CFL and getting good.
Excellent. And last but not least on our show, what's the scratchy thing here? William
Yeah.
MacDonald from Calgary, Alberta, Stamps fan.
I am here. What's new in my
Greetings.
life? Not much at all. I've probably been, let's see, what is this? This is end of January. I've basically been sick for about 7 weeks now. So
Oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not good. I remember you
Not-
missed a couple
not-
podcasts because of your
not
laryngitis.
not feeling great. I feel much better this week, but there's something there. So we'll see what happens. But apparently there's something going around Calgary that just hangs on and hangs on and hangs on and hangs on. And so
I've heard other people say that.
Yeah.
Even around here,
Honestly,
they get
I
sick and it
haven't,
sticks with you.
I haven't had a cold since 2020 during COVID, since I started taking ivermectin, and I haven't had a cold. Just haven't been sick. So
and I
don't know whether the two are related or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. It's normal for me to take January off from the gym, so I have not been to the gym at all this new year. So I'm hoping I will start again on Saturday. We'll see how much energy I have.
Yeah.
So
Usually January we stop drinking for a month, but I stopped drinking about
yeah, I
15 years ago and haven't done that since. So
I don't like going to the gym with all the newbies there because they all disappear within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we go from there.
New Year's
And I think-
resolutions.
And I think the other thing is I'm around a lot of people now, which I'm not used to. And I think I'm catching everything that everybody has. And yeah,
Could be.
anyways, we're
Yeah,
working.
it's a
on it.
good possibility. It's kind of like the kids being in kindergarten.
Well, no, because I mean, for 30 years, I had my own office, my own telephone, my own computer, my own keyboard, and nobody touched it. And now we share everything, and it's kind of disgusting, to be honest with you. Anyways.
I understand. I completely understand, my friend.
And
Okay,
as far as the
let's-
CFL goes, we've just been looking at the normal news that happens every year at this time. It's always the same thing.
It is. It is. And there's some interesting developments that are happening.
Different names.
Just different names, different teams. Who's winning? Who's losing? We don't know. Is there actually? We're going to have free agency. It's going to start. What is it on February 14th? Or no? It's
10th.
before that, isn't it?
10th.
February
That was
9th.
10th.
10th.
Or 9th or whatever.
And then we're
before
gonna
that,
we're
there's
gonna
the
see what's
legal
going on.
tampering window.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
there's
Ed
that.
Hervey window starts on Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, on
This
February
Sunday?
2nd.
Yeah.
Seriously,
So why not just start free agency then? What's the whole point of that?
Charles, we ask this question every year and nobody
I
answers.
know it doesn't make sense.
It's
it
stupid.
doesn't, Charles. It doesn't. So because players aren't allowed to sign with another team, it gives their existing team 7 days to either match or come up with a better offer or something before free agency. And it does happen once in a while. But usually the people who are going to free agents see that the other team doesn't want them already because they're just not. I am surprised, though. I am surprised at the amount of players who are being released prior to it for various reasons. And some of those may be roster bonuses, but usually those come. A lot of them come earlier than this, and it's kind of weird that now the roster bonuses are coming February 1st instead of January 1st. We still do not have any word on our quarterback from the Edmonton Elks, Trey Ford. What's happening? He is due a $100,000 bonus on February 2nd, I believe it is, and we'll see what happens there. I don't know. I can't see them actually paying that money with him having a $400,000+ salary.
You never know.
Him, and if you want to keep him, sign him back.
Edmonton might be dealing with another team on this guy because they still have him till February 10th. They could actually trade him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they could.
So
they could, but
maybe.
who wants that salary?
Well, maybe they're working on it with somebody else. Who knows? Who doesn't?
100%. I have no idea. Actually, I reached out to Bobby Hall today.
Bobby Hall?
Bobby Ford. Sorry, my bad.
Bobby Hall died. Sorry.
Bobby Hall died. Yeah. Actually, I didn't mean Bobby Hall. Shut up. Okay, so let me finish. Okay, Bobby Ford, who is Trey Ford and Tyrell Ford's father, and I talked to him about it. Asked if there was anything happening, and he said nothing yet. No, he hasn't heard anything, which wouldn't surprise me because I don't think that negotiations would come out that way. And I didn't ask anything about Terrell. I did ask Bobby if he would like to come on the podcast sometime and talk about what it's like to have two CFL sons and twins, no less. We'd probably get Corey Philpott on as well, but that's beside the point. I just thought it was interesting, and I like Bobby. We've chatted on occasion. We've also gone toe to toe on different things, and but then that's how most relationships have started, isn't it? Scott, Will, didn't we both start at odds of each other and ended up finding common ground?
I didn't have odds with you. Charles kicked me off.
That was me.
Though.
I kicked him out of the
Charles
group
kicked me off 3 times.
I know.
So
I kept bringing him back because I was laughing.
Anyways, but so what did he say? Is he interested or not?
Yeah, he said he would look into it. Yeah, I don't think that he's allowed to come on the podcast and talk about what's happening with negotiations with Trey or what's going on. So he probably has to have this approved or whatever. I'm not making anything up, or I'm not putting words in his mouth, but he said he would think about it. And he asked me for a link to the podcast. So he's going to get a link to this podcast tonight when I'm finished. So let's talk kindly about his boys, because I think Terrell's an amazing DB, and he's signed long-term in Edmonton. And Michael, you should be happy about that. And I'm really hoping Trey gets released from Edmonton and ends up in the BC Lions stable there. So I know that's a long shot at best, but one can hope.
Well, he does have, regardless of what he does have two very talented, athletically children, for sure.
Without question. People do not get to this caliber of football by being schlups.
No,
right?
No, they don't.
I mean, we can pick on Drew Willie all we want, that former quarterback from Winnipeg, but he had to show amazing talent to get on the roster of a CFL team.
Right.
Right.
Well,
So
the way I think of it is pretty much for the majority of the CFL players.
Really? Can I say something like Marcus Crandall?
Yeah.
I'm just
okay.
going to put that out there.
Come on. Let Charles finish his thought here.
Every rule.
I was just saying that the majority of the CFL players, most of them at one time or another were probably the best player on their football team at one point.
Can I qualify that?
Go ahead.
Are you even referring to Sam Hurl?
Well, he's a special case, but no, I mean, he to get to the CFL, everyone's laughing except for Mike. He didn't get to experience Sam Hurl.
I don't know him.
Yes.
Okay,
doesn't know
you're
him.
probably better off.
He's probably not even in the record books.
But typically, yeah, if you were signed to a pro team, at some point, you were the best or one of the best players on a football team at some point. That's how you get there.
You were once again a good athlete. There's no doubt about it.
So, Michael, Sam Hurl is the Cody Fajardo of linebackers.
Don't start. Just drop it right now.
The only thing I'm going to say is I cannot imagine Edmonton is going to pay $400,000 for Trey Ford to remain on the roster.
No,
I just can't see it.
They're not. No. Okay, we all know that, and much to, it would be nice for Trey to get those paychecks, but they're not going to do it. They're not stupid. They're either going to renegotiate the contract between now and the 10th of February, or they will release him before the 2nd, and not have to pay his $100,000 bonus. Right?
I will be shocked if they don't
renegotiate
release
the contract. So it has to happen in the next couple of days, because otherwise they're writing a check for $1,000 and getting nothing for their money.
Well, I'm perfectly happy with Trey Ford finding a new home, because I think that's the only way he's going to develop into a pro quarterback. It's not going to be in Edmonton.
Yeah, he has to be behind a real quarterback to learn.
And really, the two teams that would make the most sense would be BC and maybe Calgary to back
or
up.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
I think he could do well behind Bo, although they do not have the same playing style. Bo is more like a pylon in the pocket. So, although he has been moving around a little bit more lately.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, he does have a wealth of knowledge in this league. I don't think Trevor Harris is going to be around long enough for that to materialize in Saskatchewan. And I'm not sure Zach will be either. But he would be an interesting fit in Winnipeg.
And I mean, I don't know Trey Ford, so I don't know if I have my doubts about him ever developing into a starting quarterback. So
yeah, well, you know what? I don't disagree with you. But for different reasons. But I think he could be a great backup quarterback in the right scenario. I mean, if he came to BC and backed up Rourke, he's never going to get to the field unless Rourke is injured. And but it would be a really nice safety net if Rourke does get injured.
Yeah, but I don't understand
Jeremiah Mazzoli.
I don't understand why. Well, I don't understand why you say that. Because
in what capacity?
If Rourke gets injured and he's your backup, well, he's proven he's not a number one quarterback. He does
Well,
not
I
have
think he
the-
needs to develop a little bit more. I think he's going to get better than what he is. And I know you have reservations on that, but he can mature. I mean, everybody has matured. I mean, look at Vernon Adams.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think, but I
Prime
don't,
example. I mean,
but I
nobody
don't-
wanted him in the beginning.
but I don't think we've seen anything from Trey Ford from the very beginning till now.
Trey
It's
Ford
always
also
been, it's always been
I
the
don't think he's
same.
evolved enough. I don't think that he's had the coaching or the mentorship or anything, but he also needs to put in the time and learn. So
Well,
I don't know whether he does that.
And
Yeah,
once
but
again,
you
we don't
can't-
know. We don't know if it's him or if it's the staff.
Yeah.
We don't know.
At his
100%.
age,
So
at
the
his
best thing to
age-
do would be to put him in a different situation and see if he develops.
Yeah, I guess.
at his
Right?
Just
You
like
got to
age,
give him the
Vernon
benefit of
Adams.
the doubt because he didn't get here from being a useless quarterback. He was
no,
a top
no.
quality
But
quarterback.
in other leagues, he could survive by his athletic ability and running around with the ball.
Agreed.
he
Agreed.
he cannot read a defense. That's why he's not a first string quarterback.
But that is a learned skill, Michael. That is not natural. Okay,
Yeah,
that
well,
is
yeah,
a
that's
learned
true.
skill.
And it
The-
comes
the-
with it also comes with experience.
Yeah, it comes with experience and it's a learned skill. So I mean, you can't learning to scramble is natural. Ball control is natural. Throwing the ball is natural.
Mhm.
The mechanics of it is a learned skill. And reading defenses is a learned skill. So he can develop into
Mhm.
something better. And I hope he does, because I do like him. Although I've been very critical of him in the past, I was critical of him as a number one starter with Edmonton without the experience that he needed to do that. And that wasn't necessarily his fault. That was the organization's for throwing him to the wolves.
Well, yeah, and if you think about it, and I'm not saying it's not their fault as well, because it is. I mean, their offensive line has sucked for the last 3 years. Totally. Okay. So, I mean, their only reason their quarterback lived was because he could run. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can have an amazing quarterback behind a terrible offense, and he's just going to get slaughtered because all I remember is Mike Riley in 2019.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yep.
Right? Probably he's in my top 5 all-time great quarterbacks in the CFL, all time. And he was absolutely useless in 2019, but it wasn't his fault. He was on his back more than he was standing upright.
My nickname for him that year was Stargazer.
Yeah. And it fit. Right?
I'm surprised he could walk by the end of that season.
I know. And you know, and it's no different than Zach Caleros in Hamilton back when Ken Austin was the general manager coach there. He got slaughtered, and yet he's turned around and developed into something amazing. So I don't know. We're going to leave that one alone. We've got a list, an itinerary built today by Michael Dennis. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate it.
Okay.
And Mike, if you want to keep doing the agendas, I'm good with that because I've been doing it for like 6 years now, and I'm happy if someone else would like to take their turn.
I figured you were going to say that, Charles.
Oh, so Mike, you want to be the
Did
agenda
you-
guy? You be my guest.
Did you send it to us or not?
I put
No,
it
he
in.
only sent it to CJ.
I only send it to CJ, but I can send it to everybody.
Send it to
Yeah,
everybody
that
so
would
we
be
can
good, just so we
prepare.
can
From now
know
on,
what's
just
going
post it
on.
in the chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
Michael, what you need to do is send it to me privately so that I don't lose it in the scrolling. But if you put it in the group chat, then everybody at least can look at it or print it out or something. Okay.
Yeah.
So send it both ways. Sparky does that for me as well when he does his things during the season, just so that I don't lose them.
And Mike, tell the bank to send CJ the invoice for your time, okay?
I will. No, I don't mind. I don't mind being the group secretary. That's a good job. I don't mind it.
Do you shave your
Oh,
legs?
we're not going down that hill, guys. Don't even start. Don't start. Don't start, guys.
Is there an HR department?
I heard a joke today, and I probably shouldn't put it on the air. Okay, never mind. We'll do it later.
Probably a good idea.
Okay,
Follow that
sounds
instinct.
good. If you think it's bad, CJ, it probably is.
Yeah, well,
If it's coming
yeah.
from CJ, it probably is.
Yes.
It's funny as
Yeah.
hell, though. Okay, so top of Michael's agenda is Nathan Rourke commits to BC through 2028. He signed a 3-year contract here. It's another 2-year extension on his last year. This one that is. Does this mean that he's ended his dreams of playing in the NFL? And will this make BC the next dynasty going into 2026? I'd like to address this 3-part question. I'm ecstatic that he signed through 2028. I will tell you that if he comes in and lights up the CFL this year and wins a Grey Cup and he wants to go to the NFL, he's going. So no, he has not given up his dream. I would just like to believe that he is going to stay here as long as possible. But I wouldn't bank money on him staying in this league, but it depends on his ability to play football. We have yet to see him put in an entire season together. We have yet to see him perform properly in the playoffs, and we've yet to see him on a good team, in all honesty.
But
last year was... What's that, Scott?
It might also take Rourke that period of time for his contract. It might take him that many years to actually gain the actual true NFL spirit.
Yeah, but I mean, he'll be 30 years old by the time this contract's over, or close to it. Is that running the edge of the envelope for going up into the NFL as a quarterback?
Oh, I have no idea.
It could be.
Neither do I.
NFL, they want guys in their 20s. When you get up to the 30s and stuff like that, your chances of getting a job, I mean, it's not impossible. It's unlikely at that point.
So were there any details released on his contract?
No,
That's what
not that I have found.
Yeah.
No.
No,
So
I
we don't
looked
know
too. I didn't find
how much
anything.
of it's marketing money or whatever. He is got the highest paid contract in the CFL, but that doesn't mean he's the highest paid quarterback because of the marketing money, or his cap hit is the highest, which it wasn't last year. He was only the 5th highest quarterback. So
I think it pretty much says that Nathan Rourke is going to be he's going to be playing in the CFL the rest of his career. I
would love to see that. He will shatter Doug Flutie's records.
I really think that he's made a commitment to the league, and otherwise I can't imagine why he would sign the extension. I think he really is.
Well, because he can get out of it.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, right now, okay, let's just hypothetically say he gets injured. Okay. I don't want to say this in any bad way. I'm not trying to put it out to the universe, but right now he gets injured. He's guaranteed $625,000 a year until he's better.
Right.
Okay. Until the doctors clear him to play again, which might be never. He's got a 3-year contract at over $500,000 a year. So it's not a bad move on his play. BC would be in their best interest to release him to go to the NFL if he so wants to. But they've tied him up in the CFL. He's not going to go free agency. He's not going to Toronto. He's not going to Ottawa for more money. He's here until the end of 28. So it's a good move by all parties, I believe, in my opinion. BC can release him if he plays like shit. He can get released to go to the NFL. And BC has him tied up. Nobody's going to steal him.
He's the best quarterback in the CFL, in my opinion. And we've
yet to really compare him with Davis Alexander. You know, both of them have had injury issues, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully these guys can stay healthy. Hopefully our quarterbacks across the league can stay healthy. It would be so nice to have a season like that. Last year, only one quarterback played every single game.
You know, it's really hard. It's really hard to play 18 games and not be injured. It's really hard.
Not if you got a good O-line.
True.
Not if you're a punter, Mike.
I still want to see a Davis Alexander, Nathan Rourke Grey Cup. I think that would be one of the best Grey Cups ever, but we'll see.
It would be interesting. I'd love to see it. I was kind of hoping for that last year, but fucking Riders.
Came close, but not quite.
What I'm wearing today.
I don't know about you guys, but I was kind of happy to see Davis Alexander finally lose a football game.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
now it's can he rebound from all that?
But it's what he needed to do that to learn to grow, right?
Yep.
We got to
Builds
find out how he
character.
comes back from this diversity.
Builds character.
It does. 100% it builds character.
Say lucky comes
Okay.
back without a hamstring.
Not
issue.
only do you have to learn to win, you also have to learn to lose. It's all part of becoming a good football player.
Yeah, but you also have to learn to come back after a loss.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
That's far more important than anything. So, Charles, what do you think of Nathan Rourke staying in BC for the next 3 years? Is it a good thing?
I was very pleased. Yes, obviously, I think it's a good thing because I'm with Mike. I agree with him that I think he's the best quarterback in the CFL, and there's not going to be any drama this year. When you got a top level guy with like Nathan Rourke in a contract year, when that year is coming towards a close, and if he's unsigned, it can start to become a distraction. Are you going to resign? Are you going to try the NFL again? Blah 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 blah. We take that drama away. He's already signed. He's here for 2 more years. You don't get that distraction. And then you don't get into a bidding war with other teams or anything like that. I see it as nothing but a positive, quite frankly.
Yeah, it is definitely a positive. I'm pretty happy about it. Okay, anybody else have anything to say? William, you're not a big Nathan Rourke fan.
I think it's a waste of money. I think he's going to go the way of that other BC quarterback. What was his name?
Jonathan Jennings?
Yes, sir, Jonathan Jennings. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay.
Jonathan Jennings never won an MVP, an MOP.
Or he might do something stupid like the quarterback in Toronto did. So, I don't know. I think it might be a waste of time.
I don't think he's going to do anything like the quarterback in Toronto.
Of course it's a good thing. I mean, BC kind of screwed the pooch one year when they didn't re-sign Doug Flutie. You remember that?
Oh, I do.
We remember that.
Guys? And they came to
there. I
Calgary.
Remember that.
And he
that was
you
Murray
can say thank you.
That was Murray Pesham's fault.
Yeah, you can say thank you, William.
Yes, and unless, I think it might be a waste of money because you never know. Jeremiah Mazzoli might show his true colors this year and take over the starting spot.
Oh,
yeah, I'm sure he's going to win the job.
And we can call him Peg.
He's been released.
Has he?
I don't even think he'll be here.
No, he's been released.
Of course, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the league too.
Yes, it is.
Of course, it is.
Honestly, I am a Nathan Rourke fan. That there's no way to hide that, and I've been his fan since before he was the starter. I honestly believe he's the most talented quarterback the league has ever seen. I know you guys are all going to scoff at that, or at least William is for sure. Scott would have at one time, but I think he's coming around. But he's got to come out and prove it.
We can talk about that one in about 7 years, okay?
No, we can talk about that in 2 years.
No.
Okay? After he started to shatter Flutie's records. And he's going to do it.
Okay.
So if he stays healthy and he stays the teams around him, it's going to be a good thing.
Isn't the best quarterback in the history of the league Warren Moon?
No.
Doug Flutie by far.
No, probably Doug Flutie. He's up there though. Warren Moon is definitely up there. But Warren
Moon is a close second.
I would take Doug Flutie over Warren Moon.
Yeah, me too.
Michael.
And that's not a slight on him. He was just that good.
Yeah. If you go and take a look at the Canadian CFL football records and look at the stats, out of the top 10 quarterbacks in various years for passing yards, receptions, touchdowns, everything else, Doug Flutie's 6 out of 10.
He wasn't that good he was not that good of a quarterback in the NFL.
He wasn't built for the NFL.
They're different games.
And once
He
again,
was too small.
the NFL did not build a team around him like the CFL teams did.
Yes.
I mean,
Good point.
he is probably the most exciting player we've ever seen in the CFL. And I mean,
100%.
you can say all you want about Warren Moon, but Warren Moon was kind of boring. You drop back and throw the ball, okay?
Mhm.
Doug Flutie was entertainment personified.
Okay. Don't get me wrong. Warren Moon was an
you're
amazing quarterback.
Hey, Mike, you're a basketball player. Doug Flutie was a point guard. That's what Doug Flutie was.
Yeah.
He turned around and told his coach, he's like, I don't need a running back, just give me a receiver. He's like, I can do the running.
Yeah.
He would kill 25 or 30 seconds in the backfield by himself, just running away from guys until eventually a receiver would get open because the defensive back would eventually get tired and couldn't keep up with the receiver, and he just killed time until he found one.
Fact.
And he did that on multiple occasions.
Yeah. It unbelievable. You watch some Flutie film, go watch some YouTube videos of Doug Flutie in BC, Calgary, or Toronto. And he did it on 3 different teams.
Yep.
BC never won a Grey Cup with him, but without question, he raised that team to a different level in playing. And he raised every team to a different level. It was excitement extraordinaire. I mean, I still count Ricky Ray as one of the best quarterbacks in the CFL, but he was boring to watch.
He's like watching paint dry.
Yeah, he was a traditional passer.
Okay, he was a drop back pocket passer. He was a surgeon. He put the ball into places that shouldn't go. That was Warren Moon as well.
So how did he wind up in Toronto with him being so pretty good in BC, doing well in Calgary?
Money.
In BC, we had an owner here named Murray Pezum who did not have as much money as he thought he did. He thought he could low-ball Flutie because he brought Flutie up from the NFL when Flutie couldn't find a job in the NFL. He brought him up, signed him to a relatively decent
It was
contract. And a decent contract for someone who had never played in the CFL. He comes into BC, he blows the league away. His second year with BC, he passed for 6,600 yards.
Oh, God.
In his second season with BC, he becomes a free agent. Pezum tries to lowball him.
And Calgary came in with a checkbook.
And in swoops Larry Rickman, who was the owner of the Calgary Stampeders, writes a big check, and away went Flutie.
And the bottom line is Larry Rickman never paid him.
And ended up going to he ended up going to jail. That's why he ended
up in Toronto. Okay.
So then the check bounced in Calgary. and he went to Toronto.
Yeah.
And he won Grey Cups in both Calgary and Toronto.
That's the only reason he was in Toronto.
And Larry Rickman went to jail, so.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And then Doug Flutie won 2 Grey Cups back-to-back in Toronto. Is that not correct?
Yeah, and then he went to the Buffalo Bills.
96, 97, that's when he signed with the Buffalo Bills.
That's correct.
So, yeah. It was a thing of beauty to watch Doug Flutie play football in the CFL. It was.
Yes, it was.
It was every one of ours dream to watch him play.
Well, I'm going to go back on YouTube videos and watch it because you can.
Yeah.
You'll be
While you're there, look up for some Buck Pierce hits, okay? Because they're funny too.
Well, scary.
I think all you have to do, Mike, is type in "Why is Buck Pierce still alive?" Okay.
I have never seen one player take so many massive hits. He just didn't get tackled.
Too.
He got blown up constantly.
Greg Butler took him out really bad.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Free agency begins next week. Well, doesn't really, but what teams in the CFL will take advantage of adding depth and will become a top 4 team in the league? Well, I am always Wally Buono, John Hufnagel, Don Matthews, never really opened their wallets for free agency. and they always were consistently the best teams in the league. I don't believe that buying a team in free agency creates a winning team. You've got a bunch of mercenaries that have come to your team because you've overpaid them. They're prima donnas. They don't play well together. It takes a while for the synergy to come together when these guys are playing. And by then the season's over and they're all going somewhere else on their 1-year contracts. Ken Austin proved that in Hamilton. He bought a team in free agency. They went to the Grey Cup because that's not really hard in the Eastern Division, and absolutely got fucking slaughtered in the Grey Cup. So I've never seen a team buying a team in free agency being successful that year. You can pick up one or two essential pieces, and that's a good thing. But if you go all out and buy a team in free agency, it does not work. Look at Ottawa last year.
Yeah, but I think if you take a look at Calgary, they did extremely well in free agency. And they would not. Yeah.
And they don't normally do that, Mike.
No.
They don't normally do that. And just for the record, Vernon Adams wasn't part of free agency.
He was
traded for.
And don't forget, Mike, the year before, they were the last place team in the league. So, or in the East anyways. But I think the biggest CFL free agency signing has already happened. And I'm extremely disappointed with it because there was a team last year that had a great offense, but I thought their defense was not great. And they went out and signed Darnell Sankey, and that is going to make the biggest difference you guys have ever seen.
That would be the BC Lions.
That guy is a leader. Okay. And remember, what year did Montreal win the Grey Cup? 2023. He came from the USFL to Montreal, and he changed that defense overnight.
Think of it everywhere Sankey goes, he wins.
Yes, and they just continued to do that. And I'm just going to throw in there that, of course, he was a fucking Calgary Stampeder discovery. Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
and think of it
why did Montreal get rid of him? Was it money?
He's probably looking for too much money.
Yep.
BC probably overpaid.
They probably did, yeah. But you got to think of it too.
Hang on for a second. William, what did you say at the beginning of this conversation? BC needed defense.
Yes.
You don't overpay for that.
Yes, you do. Okay? You can overpay for everything.
They paid for it.
They can overpay for everything. But it's the only way they were going to get him is by overpaying him. And I don't care about Nathan Rourke. I don't care about who BC signs. This brought them over the top.
Yeah. I don't argue. I'm not debating that.
So,
and if
you look at all of the stats, says BC was in the bottom 3 defensively pretty much all season last year on stopping the run, stopping the pass, stopping on and everything else. And until TJ Lee showed up, we had no fucking defense. And he came in the latter part of the season and turned it around, and we got into the playoffs. And well, it was not very much.
As long as the veterans,
and I was really shocked that he made that difference.
Yeah, as long as the veterans on BC will let him take over like he does.
How do you not?
Yeah. And you got to think of it this way too. Micah Alway, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, led the CFL in tackles last year.
And the year before.
Darnell Sankey made him expendable.
Yes.
They had no problem shuffling him off to bring in Darnell Sankey.
No.
Sankey's a heck of a football player.
Yeah, he is.
He is. And so's Michael Alway.
Yes, he is, because I guarantee you somebody will sign him.
Oh, and they should. I've always liked him. He's been in BC, 3-4 times?
Yeah, 3 times. And that's the one thing I thought about, though, is that Micah Alway never stays in one place more than, I think, 2 years is his longest. So I don't know if he's a bit of a problem in the dressing room or not like that, but he never, even though the guy clearly has talent, but he never stays there long term.
Well,
I don't know why.
Remember when Wally Buono found him and brought him into the league, and he took some fucking stupid penalties at the
he would
worst
hit people.
opportune times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he would hit
he
people
did.
high. He would go headshots. Yeah, he took some really bad
late
penalties. I
hits on
think that's why the
quarterback,
Lions got
TV,
rid of him in the
and
first
Wally
place.
put him on the bench and then sent him packing at the end of the year. So,
Mhm.
yeah, but he brought him back too.
And then
Okay.
got rid of him again, and then brought
Got
him
rid of
back
him again. Okay, so the defending Grey Cup champions have re-signed the majority of their roster. Do you think they will compete for a repeat? Scott, the Riders fan, is saying no.
No.
I don't. I've never seen
Reason
Trevor
number-
Harris have two good seasons back to back.
Reason
Never.
number one, it is very, very, very difficult to repeat. It has happened, but it's very difficult. Number two, and I said this last year, I'll say it again this year. I do not think that Trevor Harris is going to remain healthy. And if
I
he
think it
goes
was a
down,
fluke last year.
if he does go down, sorry, we have fuck all for backups.
What are you
You got
talking
Jake Mayer.
about?
What are you talking about?
Exactly. Actually, he's gone.
So
He's
now,
going.
one thing though you should think about is that when Zach Collaros got traded to Winnipeg in 2019, we were all saying the same thing: one hit and he's done. And he basically went 5 years without having
You're right.
any injury whatsoever.
You are
So
right.
maybe all his injuries were early in
Well,
in his career, and maybe Trevor Harris is the same way. Maybe the difference is they have a better old line.
Trevor Harris is
right.
40 years old.
And trust me, I
We
don't
can't forget that.
I don't want Saskatchewan to win the Grey Cup again. Okay.
Oh, I
They get
absolutely.
to,
And
they get
honestly-
to do that every
and-
20 years, maybe. Okay.
I honestly
And
think
honestly,
this
if
year
you look at it,
it's going to be a competition, in my opinion, between Calgary and BC.
yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's not a
I'm
rocket
just shocked.
scientist position.
I'm
okay?
shocked. You guys,
What?
What?
you guys had a terrific offensive line to protect Trevor Harris.
And
He
we
was
still
able-
do.
He was able to stay alive last year and not get hurt
He had one of his
because of
best
that line.
seasons.
So
Yeah,
why would you think he's going to get hurt this upcoming year? Because those
Because
guys
that's what he
play their
does
ass
best.
for him.
It's number one, it's his history. Now, and Will made a great point. Zach Collaros throughout his time has had all sorts of injuries. He went to Winnipeg and lit it up for 5 years. And, you know, Trevor Harris said he feels like he's playing his best ball, which last year he did. So it's very possible. I personally just don't see it. It's just
You
an
guys,
inkling kind of.
offensively, you guys should not be down. You've re-signed the core group. I love your
For the most-
I love your
Okay.
wide receivers. Love
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Here's where I'm sitting on this one.
We're missing
Trevor
AJ, though.
Harris will be 40 years old before the start of the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but last year he was 39.
I know,
So what?
but and I know
And-
1 year doesn't make a difference, but it's every year compounds it. It gets a little slower, a little bit less mobile in every aspect of things.
He's
He
always
hasn't.
he's always been slow, and he's never been mobile. So
He's not
Which is
Jake
true.
Mayer.
No,
He's not
It's
Jake
it's
Mayer.
true.
Thank
It's very
God.
true.
You're making him
Thank
out to
God.
be Jake Mayer.
let me ask you something, CJ. Do
Yeah.
you think Stanley Bryant has gotten slower?
Oh,
No, he's actually older than Trevor Harris. You know that?
Yeah.
And he
By
got
about
re-signed.
3
So
weeks.
And
Yeah.
Bomber fans are elated about that.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So Trevor Harris has not put 2 good seasons back to back in his 12-year career.
no.
Trevor Harris has only completed 1 season in 12 without being injured.
yep.
The odds are not in the favor of Trevor Harris being successful this season. I'm not saying he can't be, I'm not saying that the O-line isn't going to protect him and he's going to be amazing. I am saying that if you follow the numbers, he shouldn't have been where he was last year.
Yeah, but he
right
had the-
now,
For him to
right
do it
now-
2 years in a row, impossible.
right now they're missing one big key piece, and that's AJ Ouellette.
he'll
And
resign.
is he a free agent?
He potentially
He will be.
is. He's
What
he's in conversations, but he hasn't
Okay.
re-signed yet.
You see, and I think you see, but my biggest thing with Saskatchewan, I don't think even if they sign everybody that was on the team last year, so they're the same. They didn't get better.
No, and that's what they need
And
to do.
I think, and I hate to say this, and
Oh,
CJ
no,
and
no.
Go ahead.
They did get better this year
How so?
because they re-signed a different kicker other than Brett Lowther.
Well, okay, that's true. Okay, but don't
So-
talk to me about kickers because they're all the same when it comes down to it. They miss. Anyways, once again, and I hate to bring this up, and Charles and CJ know how much of a BC fan I am not.
Yeah.
Nope.
We've
But
learned.
Darnell Sankey is such a big key. They got better
He's a
got better.
difference
instantaneously.
maker.
Yeah.
Instantaneously.
I'm ecstatic. Don't get me wrong. I am absolutely ecstatic. We have
Yeah.
the best offensive player and we have the best defensive player in the league. We might have
Not
two of the
gonna-
best
not
defensive
gonna
players in the
argue
league with
with you.
Matthew Betts in there.
Not gonna
Yeah.
argue with you.
Okay. So since the start of this article here was that the defending Grey Cup champions have re-signed the majority of their roster, which is 100% true. They re-signed so far 15 of their free agent players, and that's a huge number. Okay. I don't know of how many free agents they have, but they got 15 players that they want back. They got them. The only team, there's only one team out there that has signed more of their returning team, and that was the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who have signed 17 players. Now, I do want to point out that if you didn't win the Grey Cup, this is a quote from my good friend William, if you didn't win the Grey Cup, you need to get better. If you did win the Grey Cup, you should get better. Okay?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Winnipeg missed the playoffs last year. Yes, they snuck in on the crossover because of the weak Eastern Division, but they missed the playoffs. Okay? They were
Essentially.
fourth best in the Western Division.
Yeah.
Okay? They needed to get better on a wholesale level. Re-signing 17 of your free agents is not how you do it.
No,
Especially signing.
I'm very happy with Winnipeg. I love what they've done with their team. It's going to
Yeah,
help
'cause
mine.
Because
It's
Edmonton,
gonna
They
help
haven't
my
done
team.
anything. They just
Edmonton
brought
can now
back-
You
compete.
just want Edmonton to beat them this year in the standings. That's
That's
the only
right.
reason why you say that, Michael, is you think that Edmonton is going to be in fourth
but
place in the Western Division.
The biggest
Mhm.
difference is Winnipeg still has a better quarterback than Edmonton. So
Yes.
100%. 100%.
if he
Till the day
stays
he
healthy,
retires, he'll be better.
But
Yeah.
Zach did not have a good season last year.
he
nope,
did not.
he did not.
The
He
the
did not
Bombers
play well.
honestly, the Bombers look like to me like a team that is living in the past
No,
because they're
Bombers
bringing
are
all
a
their
team
guys.
that's living in the past.
They're re-signing all their guys rather than going out and finding some guys to refresh that line. That lineup was clearly stale last year.
Well, and they
If,
So
keep
let's
they were-
sign him
if
again.
Winnipeg was going to make any changes to their team, and I think all of us here on the panel agree it was time for them to rebuild, they would have made a change at the coaching staff. And they didn't. They decided to
Yep.
run everything back.
and they all keep saying, "Oh, it's the offensive coordinator." No, it's your offensive line who
it's
can't let
nonsense.
Zach
That's
stay
nonsense.
And you know what, guys? I'm actually not unimpressed. Well, sorry. I'm fine with what Winnipeg's done so far.
Really?
Yep.
up. Yeah, 'cause
Free
now they won't compete.
free agency. Well, they just signed Tim White, number one.
That
Right.
was a good signing. That's a good.
They have
pickup.
good receivers. Their issue isn't good receivers.
Well,
Their issue
but
is getting Zach time to throw it to them.
right. And they
And
signed Stanley
utilizing,
again.
if you don't utilize Brady Oliveira, I don't fucking care who you have out there.
Well, but okay, so they don't utilize Brady Oliveira. To me, it says that's an offensive coordinator's problem.
Yeah, but now that's two offensive coordinators. At what point in time does it go on the head coach?
So hand the ball off. Hand the ball. Mike O'Shea has never had anything in his career to do with offense. I
Nope.
guarantee you.
He's a defense guy.
He's
Yeah,
a
no, he
defense
is.
guy.
He's a special teams guy.
Well, that's true, but he was a great defensive
Yeah.
player. So yeah, I'll just let Winnipeg go. I still think Winnipeg, right off the top of my head right now, they could be third or fourth.
And not gonna argue.
Aren't they playing
No.
with fire because they don't know if Zach Collaros is going to be able to play the whole season?
Doesn't matter, Mike. No team knows if their quarterback's going to
Yeah.
play the whole season.
Right.
We have to assume that he will. Just like we have to
I'm
assume Trevor
thinking
Harris
because
will.
of
Yeah.
I'm thinking because of last year. I think Zach Collaros comes back rejuvenated. To be honest with you,
I do
Maybe.
too.
and he's
Yeah.
done it numerous times. So
For the last 10 years, Zach Collaros has been my favorite quarterback in the CFL. So, and I know his talent level. If he comes back rejuvenated, as William said, he'll light it up. I have no doubt in my mind. But that O line has to give him time, and
Yes.
the O line has to have a running back.
And number one, they did not
And use it.
resign. They did not resign their starting center because in my
No.
mind he sucked.
Yeah.
So just
Mhm.
saying.
Yeah. So if we go down this list, and we can, Calgary has signed 13 of their returning players, which I thought Calgary had done an amazing job last year of rebuilding their team. So keeping the younger core group together was essential, and they did it. So
Yeah,
I'm not disappointed with Calgary.
I have not been impressed with Calgary because I don't think they made a statement. To be honest with
Last
you,
year or this year so far?
this year so far, they have lost two of their defensive linemen, and they
To the
went to the
NFL.
they went to the NFL. They could come back, and then there was that Canadian draft pick,
Damian Alford.
Alford. He's like
Mhm.
6'6", 245. That's why he's in the NFL. I don't think they miss much without him because other than a few impressive plays, I don't think he was that great, to be honest with you.
Let's see what they do in free agency before we start trashing
Absolutely.
them,
Yeah.
okay?
Absolutely. I think
Because
just
I
like
think they've got a
everybody
lot of
else,
pieces to their puzzle, and they might be missing a couple.
just like everybody else, they need a backup quarterback.
Yeah, yeah. Except Edmonton,
So-
they
Well,
need a
everyone does.
quarterback.
Oh, and by the way, Mike, I appreciate you doing these things, but your list of the free agencies, Dominic Rhymes played for Calgary last year, not BC, okay?
Yeah.
Don't make that
I'm-
mistake.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I picked that up right away. I went, oh fuck, he wasn't here. He hasn't been here in 4 years.
I'm sorry. I
Um,
mean,
But
BC
the
was-
Stamps haven't re-signed him, which is I don't like
Not
that because I
surprised.
think he was a leader last year.
He was. I like Dominic Rhymes. He's got amazing hands.
Yeah.
And killer speed.
Yeah.
BC came in with 12 of their re-signing. Here's one that really disappoints me. Who was the bottom 3 teams that missed the playoffs last year?
Ottawa.
Edmonton,
Ottawa, Edmonton, and
Toronto.
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 And Toronto. So Toronto and Edmonton have only signed 3 of their returning players, of their free agents, which means that they're changing their team.
Yeah.
Ottawa signed 10, which
Well-
is kind of on the cusp of whether or not that's
So
good or not. But
They need to make
Edmonton
some
was the
changes.
worst team in the league.
surprise, surprise. And I talked to somebody yesterday and they tell me that Toronto is a complete and total shit show.
No
I
kidding.
buy it.
We already knew
That's why they signed Huff. That's why they signed Jim Barker, and that's why Ryan Dinwiddie walked away. So
Of course.
We already knew that. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
And the nice part about Huff going away for Calgary, apparently it's freed up like $500K to their coaching group.
Their
Management
management
cap.
cap.
Yes. So it gave
Yeah.
some people, it gave some people a nice raise apparently. And yeah, it gives them a few other options
Well,
apparently.
and that's amazing, and I'm happy for
Yeah.
Calgary in that capacity. I don't know what Toronto is doing over there, and they have who's their head coach again?
Mike. His first
Mike.
name's Mike.
Mike, he's a player, he's a assistant coach.
Yeah, he was the defensive coordinator, wasn't he? And they moved him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even remember his name. Mike
No,
Miller.
not-
Mike Miller?
Mike Miller.
Mike Miller. Mike Miller. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and he right away he anointed Chad Kelly the number one quarterback in Calgary or in Toronto, sorry. And is that because Nick Arbuckle is still injured, or is that because they actually believe Chad Kelly is a real quarterback?
I think it has a lot to do with that shoulder injury is hard to come back from. Bo had the same thing, and he was out for a season or so.
And we lost Travis Lulay because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Also, when it comes to Edmonton, we didn't have that many free agents going into this period.
That's too bad. Sorry to hear that.
That was deliberate.
That's because Christopher Jones signed them all to stupid 6 or 8 year contracts for stupid amounts of money.
No, it was Chris Jones. Don't say Christopher Jones.
Chris
okay?
Jones then, sorry.
Let's not get them confused, because I wouldn't have signed half those guys.
Well, you were saying that Chris Jones is the greatest general manager in the history of the league.
let's not go there.
Oh, don't even
Okay.
go there.
No.
Michael,
You said that.
I
don't
have
think he
never
said that. I don't think he's ever said that.
He said no to that. He said he was the greatest head coach.
Okay, head coach.
Which
No,
is
and
still stupid.
I would say he's probably one of the top 5 defensive assistants of all time.
100%.
Yeah, he's a defensive guru that can't even marginally coach offense and doesn't care because the defense is going to be so stumped that they're not going to need any offense. I think he's an amazing coach, and he's proved that. I do not think he's a general manager. He is not a general manager.
Anyways, he just signed with a,
High school team or something.
yeah, I think something like that.
I
No.
thought it was a college
He's
team.
in Toronto, isn't
College
he?
team. No, a college. No, he just signed with a college team.
Yeah.
He's with
Oh,
North Carolina, isn't he?
No, he
No,
was.
they got rid
Not
of him.
anymore. Not anymore. They punted him.
Well, he was consulting in the CFL last year.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
I don't
he was
think
He was
working
with
for
Bill.
North
He was
Carolina.
with
He
Bill.
went, he went
He
down to
was
the
with
Browns.
Bill Belichick's disaster.
He went from Edmonton the same season over to Hamilton Consulting, and then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dead air. Let's go down here and see where he is. He is currently with the Louisiana Monroe.
There you go. There you
And
go.
he was in North Carolina before that.
That's
Before
right.
that, he was with the Tigger Cats.
That's right. He was
Okay.
one of Bill Belichick's assistants in North Carolina.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm actually.
He made the news this week, eh? He missed
got
the first
snubbed.
ballot of the
He
Hall
got
of Fame.
snubbed. I love it. He got
That's
snubbed.
absurd.
You
It
know,
is
I
absurd.
would have snubbed him too because he wears hoodies all the time. What kind of a low class piece of trash is he? And on top of that, he's got a 23-year-old girlfriend. Come on.
What's the matter with the matter with hoodies? And what's the matter with a
Yeah.
23-year-old girlfriend? I'm thinking about
Come
that.
on. It just showed. I think there's too much controversy about how he cheated. That's
Well,
all.
you have to admit, Will, that his girlfriend is hot.
No, I don't admit things like that, Mike. I don't know what
Okay.
hot is anymore. Bill Belichick is by far and away one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. No doubt about it, hands
Yeah,
down.
and he's not a
So how does he not get into the
Six
first ballot?
I don't
Because
know.
he's a
He must have pissed. He
championship.
must have pissed somebody off. I think maybe that's what it is. I mean, I did some research yesterday, and okay, here you go. Bill Belichick has he has 6 Super Bowl wins. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got 9 Super Bowl appearances.
Wow.
He's got 31 playoff wins, which, by the way, all of these things are first in the NFL all time.
Yeah.
He's got 302 regular season wins, which is third. And he's got 333 total wins, which is second. And then the last thing is first ballot Hall of Fame, and there's a big X across it, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there was a report today that the NFL Hall of Fame is probably going to let him in.
Oh, is that right?
Well,
By
it's
default.
obvious to
How
me
can
that
you
he
not?
didn't. It's obvious to me that he didn't get in because the people voting just didn't like him.
Yeah,
Well, he's
how
a-
can
It's
you
like
not?
saying Wally Buono shouldn't be in the CFL Football Hall of
How
Fame.
can you? And I didn't like Bill
Hogwash.
Belichick. I hated Bill Belichick, but how
So
can
did I,
you
but
not?
still.
He's a jerk.
Yeah, but how can you not vote him in?
Well,
How
you
can you
can't.
not vote him in? And I know nothing about the NFL, and they know he's the best coach down there. So,
Anyways.
okay, we got a couple of more things on this agenda. Let's dive through them before we shut this program down. Regular season kicks off June the 4th. However, the World Cup coming to Canada will impact the CFL teams in 2026. And yes, it will. BC Lions are playing 2 games in Kelowna. They're also doing one of the preseason games in Langford outside of Victoria. So they're cruising all over the place.
But they did that last
Edmonton,
year
it
too.
loses a couple of games because Commonwealth Stadium is a practice facility, I believe. Toronto's losing 2 or 3 games,
3.
and they're playing them on the road as opposed to going to Hamilton and playing in the Hamilton Stadium or going to Guelph and playing in Guelph. They're actually going to play 1 game in Winnipeg and 1 game in Saskatchewan, I believe.
Yeah.
And they're going to be considered the home team, which is really sucks if you're an Argo fan.
Which
I mean,
makes
you
no,
want to know
which makes
why
no
that
sense.
Argos don't have fans? It's because they keep getting fucked over.
Yeah, but it makes no sense. Scott, how many people have you seen walking around Saskatchewan or Regina with Argo sweaters on?
None.
Probably 0.
Thank you.
You
Thank
won't
you.
find any in
Fuck off.
Toronto either.
No.
If you think
probably
about
not.
it, William, hang on for a second.
Yes,
Hang on for a
yes,
second. This is
yes.
a great move by Toronto management because how many people show up at a Saskatchewan game?
30.
Right.
About
25,
30,000?
30,000 as
And
opposed to
Toronto
11.
gets the gate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They
a good
get-
point.
It would take
Well,
3
yeah, but
games
my
Toronto to
question
get that
my
many
question
people.
is this: will they be wearing Argo sweaters or Buffalo Bill sweaters?
If they get the gate,
That's
what
a
do they
good
care?
question. I don't know.
But let's
Why
be
couldn't
real.
they?
Even
why
when
couldn't
they played.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike.
somebody.
Why couldn't they move the game to the Sky Dome?
The
Not allowed
Sky
to
Dome
play.
is set up
Not
for
allowed to play
baseball.
there anymore. Set up for baseball only. That's why they had to leave in the first place. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they put in like natural grass into the Sky Dome, and the Blue Jays won't let a football play there because they don't want the grass ripped up.
Yeah. They don't even want soccer in there.
Nope.
And even when they play
The-
games at BMO Field, they're not the home field advantage team. All the crowd
So
noise.
once
that they
again,
put in.
my biggest issue with any of these games, to be honest with you, is how much is the World Cup going to take away from the CFL this year? Because people
No,
are
it's gonna be- it's
People
going
are
to be
so
over
crazy
before the
about.
end of our year, so it's really not going to make that much difference.
It's only the
but
first month.
But people are so crazy about jumping on the bandwagon, and those tickets are probably more expensive than CFL tickets, I would assume.
They're more
they are.
expensive than season tickets, some of them,
Yeah.
Okay.
for a single
But-
game.
But there's a lot of fucking World Cup tickets now that are coming up for sale as countries around the world are boycotting America.
Yep.
Germany's on the cusp of refusing to come.
Yeah.
And 17,000 World Cup tickets got canceled last week alone. So it's taken a big toll on this entire international event. Truth be told, who knows? It's not just Canada. It's Canada, US, and Mexico that are doing this.
Yeah.
Well, last week we were talking about the economics of CFL football. Wouldn't it have made sense to maybe move some of those games down to the US and test expansion opportunities to see if there's an interest in the US for CFL football?
But the thing is,
Michael,
Mike, a lot of the US stadiums are also being used.
You're preaching to the choir here.
Not in St. Louis. They're not
I would
playing
love to see a CFL.
Fair enough.
I'd love to see a game in St. Louis. Just
Yeah.
one. Just
You know
one.
what? That's
I
actually
mean-
not a bad idea.
I mean,
should throw
I
some
think
preseason
I
games
think
out
that
there.
if the Bombers have any games that are because of the World Cup, I think they should play their games in North Dakota, to be honest with you.
Why
I
not?
have said
North
for the
Dakota,
last couple of
Montana.
3 years,
Yep.
since we started doing these touchdown Atlantic and then touchdown Pacific, is that each team should have one game per season in an alternate location. It could be Canada, it could be America, but each team should step out for one game a year and play in an alternative location. If Saskatchewan goes to Saskatoon, so be it. If Winnipeg goes to North Dakota, so be it. Let Toronto go to Buffalo or go somewhere, I don't care.
I'd like to see
Windsor,
them all go down
Ontario.
to
Well,
Right?
you know, Christopher,
s-
I think we could actually expand the CFL if every team takes one game and they play in Halifax. Just think the Schooners will just take off.
They'll have an entire season there, won't they? If 9
Yes, they
teams
will.
play one game in there, that's 9 games.
Yes,
That's an
they
entire
will.
fucking season.
Absolutely. Just saying.
I
I'd
just
rather-
think
William,
this
I'd
is
really
just
like-
this
I'd
is
rather go
just
back to talking about Marcus Crandall.
this
Okay.
is
Go back
just
to Fort
another
Mac.
example. This is another example. Here we are, 5 guys here. We're more in tune to what's going on in this league than Stuart Johnson.
well,
Don't start, Mike. Don't Mike. Don't do it, Mike.
Michael,
that's inevitable.
without question, you're correct, but I'm going to leave
Yes,
that subject alone, okay?
I don't disagree with you, Mike.
That guy
Stuart
just
Johnson, Randy Ambrosi, the entire board of directors, board of governors, I don't give a shit what you tell them. I honestly believe that we would do a better job.
I've got a good idea, Mike, and I know you're a good Christian, but if you come to Calgary for the Grey Cup, let's find Stuart Johnson and kill him. What do you think?
Oh, right here.
Well,
Oh, hang on, you can't say that. It's unalive.
yeah,
You gotta say
okay,
unalive.
Sorry. Okay.
I just
We're
I
gonna
just
get
think-
vetoed.
this guy doesn't give a shit about this league. I don't
know if that's the truth.
I don't know.
I think he has a different agenda. That's all.
Oh, 100%.
It's not to the benefit of the
and
CFL.
he's not sharing his agenda with anybody but his wife, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, literally, why don't we do the right thing for the league
well,
and get rid of the ratio rule and get rid of some of this other crap so that we can get competitive, have really good
Michael, I don't have enough time on this show to do this.
I'm
okay?
sorry.
And Michael and William doesn't want to go there tonight. So we're
Sorry.
not going to.
You know what?
Okay.
I've been doing a little
and we all
independent.
basically agree with this.
I've been doing a little independent poll recently on just people that I know that sort of are CFL fans, kind of, sort of. And I've been asking all of them the ratio question. And all of them agreed that it should go away.
But the amount of people who are
Oh,
hell
I know.
bent set on keeping it is
I know.
astronomical.
But if you
Yeah.
just talk to them reasonably and explain it to them, I wonder if they'll get it. I
You
don't
can't.
think they will.
Some people
you
won't
can't.
listen.
They
No,
won't
I know.
listen.
I know.
Idiots
They
are
won't
idiots.
listen. It's like the people who think that the rouge needs to be changed. You can't talk to them. They don't understand why it's the way it is. Okay. So we're just going to move on from this subject and not
Okay.
address it tonight because
Okay.
we are. We're going to jump into now. I'm really concerned a little bit about this next segment here, Michael. You got who are the free agents, and are these the targets? This is who you think they should go to.
What I put is that the teams that they're currently with.
Okay, so Tim White was with Winnipeg last year.
No, he was with
He is now-
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah,
He
Dominic
signed with
Grimes was
Winnipeg
with
now.
BC.
Nope.
No, Calgary.
Calgary. I'm sorry. I
I don't
screwed up.
understand the list. It's challenging for me. Okay, you've got McLeod Bethel Thompson. Personally, I think the number one free agent at this point in time, because Darnell Sankey is signed, would be Austin Mack, is it not?
Austin
Yeah,
Mack
as
is
far as- Tim White
as
son.
far as receivers go, sure.
I mean, we do have Bo Levi Mitchell in Hamilton as still a free agent. Is he
No,
not?
I think he signed.
He be
no, he
signed
signed.
Did he
he's
sign?
not-
a
Okay.
while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Justin
he's just been for another 2
Hardy.
years.
Justin
What about
Hardy
Justin?
over in
What
Ottawa?
about Justin Hardy? Justin Hardy, I think is a good
You know,
wide receiver.
Javon Santos Knox is Ottawa's middle linebacker, and he's Canadian, and I think he was fantastic last year, to be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure
I
Justin
think
Hardy
he's going to
resigned
free
too.
agency.
Yeah.
He's looking for a new team.
Yeah, obviously.
We got Trey Ford in Edmonton, Tommy Neufeld in Saskatchewan, Gerald Broxton out of Edmonton.
Hey, Scott, who is
Yeah.
Tommy? Who's Tommy?
Tommy Neal.
Tommy Neal.
He's the one that took the Riders to the Grey Cup.
What?
He's the
What
one
does
that
he
caught
do?
that pass in the end zone.
Oh, he's a receiver?
He's
He
the one that
took over.
took Beast.
He took over for Keyshawn Johnson,
Okay.
Yeah.
and he did pretty
Yeah.
well. They're in conversation.
He's the one that put the nail in the coffin for the Lions.
Okay.
But the problem with all these receivers are a dime a dozen.
I'm thinking this Tommy
There's
Neal
so
guy,
many
you know,
receivers.
if he was the guy who put the nail in the coffin, that's worth about $27 worth of raise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because did he
At
do much
least.
for the rest of the
Well,
year?
he's looking for $27.50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freaking idiot.
But the problem is that so many teams are overpaying for receivers and everything like that. It's just driving the cost up, and teams are going, nope.
And it's about time somebody has to say enough.
Yeah.
And that
Nobody will.
happens every
Mhm.
10 years, right? We go through this little spurt where we're overpaying for all these positions. And then all of a sudden you need somebody to say enough. And it was always Wally Buono and John Hufnagel that just said, we're not doing that. And they're gone. And now there's nobody in the league with restraint.
Nope.
Oh my
I
God.
think
why you-
when you
Tommy
say
Tommy Neal is a 3-time Grey Cup champion.
Yep. He won it with
Yeah.
Montreal. He won it with Saskatchewan.
He
And I
won it
can't
with
remember-
Toronto.
Yeah.
So it's all him,
wouldn't you
obviously.
say that the most valuable piece in free agency would be linemen? Because that's really they're the ones that are going to really make a difference for your team to really.
You're
excel.
talking about O-line, right?
Yep.
No,
In
defensive
all
line
honesty,
too. Defensive
in
line
all
too.
honesty,
O-line, D-line,
I would
linebacker.
rather have my team go down into America and buy 3 or 4 big ass motherfucking O linemen from down there and not worry about who was an all-star up here.
Yeah, and
I don't think there's that much difference in the game between the Canadian and American game on the O line.
I think
Not when it
if
comes to
you
line, no.
I think if you scout it right, you can find offensive linemen in the States and bring them in.
Tell you,
Better decent.
BC
better
did not
decent.
has not had an O line since Rob Murphy and Jason Jimenez were on. Okay, when we had some big ass motherfucking Americans on our
Yep.
O line, and we've had nothing but junk since then.
It's true.
Well, the team that has junk on the offensive line is Edmonton.
You know,
It's garbage.
go buy some big ass Americans.
Among other things.
Bribe them, get them into Canada somehow. It doesn't take much. But seriously, that's what I mean. There's how many of them down there are there, Michael?
Oh, thousands.
25,000 graduating every year.
And less than 1% make the NFL.
Right. So the next 1.5%, the next 0.5% come to the CFL. Why are we not bringing O linemen up here? Why? Because of the fucking ratio. Because we have to have so many starting Canadians and we put them on the O line.
Who the hell would vote? Why would the owners vote for a damn ratio?
Yep.
Well,
Why?
right now it's the Players Association that's keeping it in. They've
Right.
tried to get rid of it a couple of times, or at least modify it. And in the CBA and the Players Association are kiboshing it.
Yep.
Now I know a solution to that. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
Send them on
If-
fucking strike.
no. If
Union
the
busting.
Trumpster makes Canada the 51st state or whatever it is,
No.
there's no ratio left, baby.
That's just Alberta. He's going to do that too. Oh, Charles left us.
Sorry if I offended you, Charles.
Yeah, you talked about Trump and he's gone. Oh,
I'm
he's
back
back.
now.
He's back.
Okay. Okay, so those are our number one free agents according to Michael.
According to Michael.
According to Michael. I don't know whether or not that is any form of authority, but we'll just do it as far as where it is.
One name that was in there that I didn't hear was James Butler, who I believe is a free agent this year.
Yeah.
James Butler.
He is, and we just brought in some NFL guy, 8 seasons in the NFL.
Yeah.
But
Are
he's
they
only
gonna let
played like
him
4
I
games
hope
or
not.
something.
You know,
I'm
I don't
posting-
get it. I don't get excited anymore when guys bring in guys from the NFL and they've played there in 8 seasons because, if you will, understand, Chris Drevler played 5 seasons in the NFL.
I know, it's a true story.
And he's
It's not,
looking at coming.
it's not impressive
Fair
anymore.
comment.
Nope.
And he's looking at coming
And
back.
look at what's his name, Christian Covington.
Yeah.
I've
I
really
think-
been disappointed with his play the last couple
I
of years.
agree. You thought you were getting
He
his
hasn't
dad
been
and you
great.
didn't.
I
Again,
thought
I-
I was getting Grover's kid, but
Yeah.
He's had his
nothing to do
moments,
with Grover.
but nothing great.
I'm thinking
Well,
Christian Covington spent most of his life getting participation awards or something. I don't know.
You
Yeah.
would think, because he sure has not been the stellar player that I had hoped for.
No, sir.
See,
Disappointed
the
to say the
CFL
least.
The
He is not.
CFL is a different league, and when you're looking at the wide receivers, running back, quarterback, that's a different scenario. I think the Americans would dominate in the offensive line and defensive line. If you can
So
have
do we.
if you have those great linemen, you're going to win, and it's going to create incredible football. Why in the hell would we not want to get rid of that damn ratio rule so that we could have some damn good football?
But
Michael,
the-
There's nobody on this panel that's going to argue with you.
the
We
point
can't have a
is-
conversation if all we do is agree with you.
We
It's
need
no
to
fun.
bring.
Well,
We
Viva
need to
Canada.
bring. We need to bring some guys in who have an opposite
Yeah,
thought process. That's all.
sorry. Yep.
That's okay.
They're harder to find.
Well, we can bring Paul McCallum on. He's a huge proponent of the ratio. He loves it.
Please
So we'll
let
get Paul in here and,
please
and
let
we'll
me know
talk
when
to him
that
about it.
happens. Please let me know when that happens.
He won't
because
come on because he's a kicker.
I don't want to offend him because he's a kicker, and I won't talk to him
Yeah.
because he's a kicker. Okay, because my ugliness will come out. So, but I will pass on that show if I have to.
I'm going to bring him in. He has agreed to come on the show, so I will bring Paul McCallum on the show. And William, if you don't want to participate, I will be
No.
gravely disappointed. But
I
I
don't
understand and
want-
respect your position.
I don't want him to be offended as your buddy about what I would say to him. So
Oh, he's offended all the time about me. I fucking piss him off all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. Who don't I piss off?
I understand why they would want to have the ratio rule from a Canadian standpoint, because you want to grow the game, because you want Canadians to be able to feel that they have a league that they can play in.
We want the best players on the field.
That's what I want.
But that takes away the ratio. Right now, you're having.
I don't believe in participation ribbons.
There's so many people right now on a team.
Mike, the NFL does not care if you're Canadian, Hawaiian,
they want the best players.
East Indian, whatever. They want the best player.
And that's the same is true in the NBA, because some of the best players in the NBA now are from Europe.
Yeah.
So who cares?
Well, same with hockey. I mean, it was always Canadian players. Then it became Swedish players, and then Czech players, and some Russians came in. And then now the Americans have picked up their game, and Canadians have lost the ground, but there's still 60% Canadians in the NHL.
Yeah.
Has anybody watched that hockey movie, by the way?
Which one?
About the Russian and the Canadian?
No.
And they have a rivalry between the two of them?
Is it any good?
And they end up getting married.
I still have not.
Is this a legitimate movie? Is this a legitimate movie?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's actually, I don't think it's a movie. I think it's a TV show.
And they end up getting married.
I believe it's
just the two Russian spies.
Heated rivalry.
Yeah, something like that.
Heated rivalry, I think.
And it's like Brokeback Mountain on ice.
Oh,
he's not kidding about it either.
Well, we do know Pavel Bure was gay, so what difference does it make, right?
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He married what's her name?
Yeah, he did.
Anyways.
Okay, I'm leaving that one alone.
Are we done?
Good idea.
Well, we do have one last question that we're going to deal with really quickly because we're not quite at an hour and a half here. The last one that Michael's got on the agenda here is going into free agency. Who is the one team that has the best chance to lead the pack and move to the Grey Cup? Now, we do have an East and a Western team, but Michael says, who's the number one? Who's the dominant team going into free agent right now? Who would you say is the Grey Cup favorite at this point? FanDuel put it at the Montreal Alouettes. Michael, who do you think it is?
I think it's absolutely the BC Lions. If the BC Lions can add in free agency to what they've already done with Stanky, I think you guys are going to be the great.
Sankey. There's no T.
Can we call him Spanky?
I call him Stanky.
Our gang. The little rascals.
But I think you guys have got the competitive edge to be the best team in the CFL next year.
Hold it. Hang on. Don't say you guys. Okay? Because I don't have anything to do with that team. I am strictly a fan. Okay?
Oh, okay.
They're not my team. I don't have any part of them.
What?
I love the team, but no, they're not my team. Scott, number one team going in.
Strictly right now, BC Lions because of Sankey.
Because of Sankey. Has nothing to do with Rourke, but Sankey.
Well, Rourke was there last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but they're just saying who's the number one team going into this free agency coming up?
Yeah, I would say BC.
BC. Okay. William?
I'm going to say Hamilton, Bo Levi Mitchell.
It's got to be an odd duckling somewhere.
Hamilton, because they got rid of Tim White.
He's not kidding either.
Yeah, and you know what? There has to be an East Division team over there. So would you say, are you saying Hamilton is going to make the Grey Cup in the East? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you think about it, who else is gonna? Well, Montreal, but I still think Sankey leaving Montreal makes a huge difference for Montreal.
You
I'm
think?
fearful of Davis Alexander rebounding.
Well, and once again, Davis Alexander, hopefully he learned something. I just thought he was too hyped last year and did some stupid things. And hopefully he's got a year of maturity under his belt. Hopefully him and Jason Maas.
I think that loss had a lot to do with his growing.
Yep. But once again, it's not only the quarterback. You got to have a team.
Don't read your own press clippings,
You got to
Charles,
have a team.
this one's up to you, buddy. Who are you going to take?
I'll be honestly, it's going to sound like a homer pick. I know, but honestly, I know it sounds like a homer, but I'm with Will. I think that Darnell Sankey puts right now. I mean, this could change after free agency, but Darnell Sankey puts the Lions over the top as far as right now, at least for right now.
Edmonton.
In all honesty, I think the BC Lions were the #1 team in the league prior to the signing of Sankey, and it just exponential improvement. So I don't think there's another team that can. Montreal would have been close, but the loss of Sankey and BC's gain, they're two different teams now. BC got better, Montreal got worse.
Montreal is not going to be a factor this year from the standpoint Sankey had a culture about that defense. That defense, he was the dominant factor for that defense, and without a good defense, you're not going to win.
But the bar is not set really high in the Eastern Division.
No.
It is not.
But
so
I go back to 2023, and that defense dominated.
Oh, yeah. Without question.
I can't even remember. Who did they play?
Winnipeg,
right. Okay.
Yeah.
They dominated.
Winnipeg's been in the Grey Cup for 5 years, except for last year with
Riders. So, yeah, unless barring, of course, like every other team, injuries.
Yeah. Okay. We ready to go?
I am.
Yep.
Okay, this has been Let's Talk CFL podcast episode number 635. I'm your host, Christopher Jones, and I'm saying good night and sweet dreams, because we're coming into free agency. We got 10, 13, 14 days, 2 weeks, and we're in free agency. And we'll see what happens in these what do they call it, what's this window? Non-compete,
window. Negotiation
window.
Negotiation window. Here we are. And we'll see what happens. So we're going to
tampering.
Legal tampering. We're going to come back in 1 week's time.
We'll
talk about where free agency is sitting at that point in time and preview what's going to be happening. So say good night, Michael.
Good night, everybody. Enjoy the week, and we'll see you next week.
Okay. And Scott.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you next week.
William.
Good night, everyone. I have enjoyed about talking football for the first time this year and looking forward to this upcoming season. Despite
my friend,
despite BC Lions being the favorite. God, I can't stand that. Anyways.
That's better than the Riders.
Not necessarily, sorry.